Left barrel! Left barrel, I got one! Hit it.
Hi, it's Andrew from C1D Paintball. Okay, that opening action scene was a little dramatized with the music and all, but I assure you, being on the receiving end of a well-organized attack by experienced Milsim players can be just about as scary as the mood I was trying to set. Now for the game on this video. It'll be a street battle, where the C1D crew of the day will be playing on the blue team. Now with all the games at LaSalle Paintball and its customary many fields, you play the same game twice, with each side playing once from one side, then one from the other. In that opening clip, what you saw was the first game where it was only a 5v5, but as the video highlight, it felt it was more like a 50 against 5, as the red team had 3 very good Milsim players on their side. These guys play a lot of the field, and they are very respectful players, so they don't overshoot and they don't take advantage of rentals. That first game saw these guys walk in and calmly cut us down. I mean, as you saw, I was firing wildly at 2 of them, and then their lead player simply walks around the corner and calmly one-taps me in the middle of the chest like a real pro. Now both sides have extra bodies for this return game, and there's a bigger group of rentals who'll be joining for the next round. So we know the games will tone down a bit coming up to make it fair for the new players, but for this one, me, Connor, and Colton are expecting another tough match against the big 3 on the other side. Because we're spawning on the west side, we have the graveyard area at spawn, which is a solid spot to hide in the shadows and to play against these Milsim pros. You need to calmly wait it out and have them make mistakes, and we hope to deny the big 3 coming to our side and working their magic. Being offensive is the key in a lot of paintball games, but you have to use the surroundings, what you're good at, and what you have learned from previous games to try to stay alive, and dare I say, hope of winning a game like this. I'm going to rush over to the right side and try to deny the enemy team crossing from the south path. The north path on street only is very difficult for even the most seasoned player, as there isn't good cover when you can't go through the garage. So I'll leave my teammates to cover the easier and less likely route. Coming with me to this side is one of our speedball players whose rapid firepower can come in handy to suppress the red side and hopefully give us cover back if we attack ourselves.
You guys know where you're going? I'm going across back here. Yep.
The speedball is at the south barrels, so I'll keep to one side here and try to call out instructions on the early movements of the teams. Communication is always key in a good game of paintball, as it is for most team sports for that matter. But against formidable foes like this one, it's just plain stupid not to communicate.
Right! Right! Looks like right, boys! Careful poking your head.
Okay, we're 31 seconds in, and in the last 6, a lot happened. While I did take 1 red out with a long ball, but we just lost 3. 2 of them leaving the field on this screenshot, one of them being Connor, who tried to rush hangman position along the north path, and just a few seconds earlier, this dude had been knocked out. Now I can't see what's up everywhere else, but right before my eyes, we went from an 8v8 to a 5v7, where their best 3 players are still in a very quick time. So the plan to stick to the shadows and wait for the enemy isn't one I will stray from at this point, as we don't have a lot of bodies to gamble with left. Might just have to get that horror music that I used in the opening sequence queued up again.
Dude, you're covering the right, let us know.
Okay, now remember this guy, because honestly, I'll forget him, and as you'll see later, I make a big mistake because of that.
No buildings.
Now, with Colton getting knocked out of the North Path seconds after Connor met the same fate, I'm not 100% sure if we took out any other Reds, but my count now is at 4v7, and I'll know I'll have to stray from my plan to back out Speedball on the south side. But before I go look if that deadly North Path hasn't turned into a red highway, I'll take one last look south. It's off camera, but I spot a Milsim Pro through a few windows. It's a tough shot, but I want to let them know we're here and we're up for a fight, and hopefully keep them at bay, and maybe we'll catch a break. So I'll carefully fire a shot and then move quickly. You may move back to cover for a second briefly, but once a good player knows where you are, it's not a good idea to stay in that spot you fired from for too long. Remember this guy, the one I told you to remember, but I didn't? Well, because I didn't, and the fact that I couldn't see his helmet was blue, I fire and team kill him, and now make the game a 3v7 due to my mistake. Yes, I apologize to the player in the lobby after the game, by the way. I'd only realized after the game I'd team killed.
Guy behind you! Watch it! He's coming out! He's coming out! Good. Dude's on the left.
Managed to take out a player in the north alley, not yet realizing I had a team kill. I thought I was doing pretty good working on a 3K right now.
Take your back. I got, there's two on me. You covered the side, there's two on me here.
I have two different players I figure on North Path, and Speedball must have quite a pinch against him to retreat. Speedball collapsing with me in the corner. It's ironic that I'm standing behind the cover of a grave, because it looks like we're on our last legs here.
Building! Get on the building!
Speedball and I both effectively huddled into this corner. I'm going to trick shot over him through a doorway and then through a window to align to the south path. Hey, they know where we are, and I hope to get a lucky shot, or at least delay them as I work with my last mag. I actually move back near center before a flanking Milsim Pro takes me out, and that same Pro will shortly take out Speedball to win the game. So the Milsim Red Squad wins both ends of Street Battle scenario, but we had a great time nonetheless. Back to the lobby to take a break, and we'll soon come out with some more paintball. Hope you enjoyed the video, and would love to subscribe and like if you could. Until next time, help new players, you'll be helping grow the game.
Game over.